Hey guys, I just wanted to hop on here real quick and talk to you guys about when you're shopping and the foods that you're choosing and the things that you see in the grocery store. Things that have helped me in the 4 years since I have started eating healthier, trying to bring those healthy things into my house and making sure that we are eating all of the right foods. You know, the biggest thing I can say is processed foods are the worst. We used to keep them in our house all the time. It was the quick, easy fix when you come home from work and we all have those busy schedules and the kids are busy with sports, you're doing homework, and you're just doing all these things. And the quick, easy fix was the processed foods. And we rid that. We don't eat them anymore, which is really great for us. And if you've got a lot of those processed foods in your house, the first thing you should do is maybe take it to a food pantry or something, you know, give them away. It's not that hard when you start thinking about and looking at what's in these foods. Sorry, my dogs are ringing the bell. I just came home for lunch. They got to go to the bathroom, but I wanted to get this video done really quick. So what we start doing is we're walking through a grocery store and you're seeing fat-free or 100% whole grain, or you're seeing reduced fat, or you guys get the picture. You're walking through, you see those on the labels on the front, and you just immediately grab it and you believe everything that you read. Now, have you ever flipped them over and looked at the label on the back? Ever? Now, I'm not talking about, you know, how many calories are in there. I'm not talking about how many grams of fat are in there or how many grams of sugar are in there. I'm not talking about that part of the label. I'm talking about the actual ingredients section on there. Here is the thing. You want to be eating only whole, natural foods in the ingredients. If you don't know what it is or you can't pronounce it when you read it in the ingredient list, then you probably should not be eating it. You want to make sure that they're whole, natural foods in the ingredients. Now, also, pay attention. If there's more than 5 ingredients in there, you probably don't want to be eating that either. Sorry, my hand's getting tired. But anyway, make sure that there's less than 5 ingredients in there. I'm going to give you for example in my house here of what I have. I keep almond butter in here, okay? I don't eat this. And hardly anybody in my family does, but there is somebody in the house that does eat it. But Skippy and Jiffy, or Jif, I guess you should say. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to flip it over and we're going to actually read what's on the label for the ingredients. For example, the ingredients is dry roasted almonds and salt. That's it. 2 ingredients. That's it. So yes, this is a good thing to keep in your house right there. So now let's look at the Skippy. What does the Skippy say? Let's look at the ingredients again. The ingredient says roasted peanuts, sugar, hydrogenated vegetable oil, cottonseed, soybean, and rapeseed oil. More than 5 ingredients. Number 1, sugar is in here. Let's look at the Jif. The Jif ingredient says made from roasted peanuts and sugar, contains 2% or less of molasses, fully hydrogenated vegetable oils, rapeseed and soybean again, mono and diglycerides, and salt. Again, more than 5 ingredients, okay? And there's sugar in there too, and a lot of stuff that you should not be eating. So clearly, The almond butter is the better pick because we just read the labels, right? So I just wanted to give you those as an example. There's other things out there that you can pay attention to too, like I said, the 100% whole grains. Now, yes, they say that they are 100% better, but turn it around and read the actual label on the back and the ingredients and see what you have in there for the ingredients. I'm trying to see what else I have I can give you for an example. We here stick to sugar-free bread. When you have somebody in the house that is borderline or suffers from diabetic issues, then it's key to pay attention to how much sugar you're putting in your body. And that is one thing that we do focus on here at my house. So we do a lot of sugar-free stuff, sugar-free breads. So just make sure that you are actually reading the labels. Again, I'm trying to find something else. Definitely not those. I mean, we do. I'm gonna be totally honest with you. I am by far not perfect at all, and I don't expect anybody to be. I don't expect you to be perfect. I'm not perfect. I do splurge at times, but the difference is that I don't do it every single day, all day. I may splurge once a week, and that's it. And then, quite honestly, after I do it, I feel so guilty, and I feel like, man, I shouldn't have done that. But I do it because that's life, and that's normal, and that's me. Trying to see here, what else? You know, we talk about whole foods. You can get yogurt. A lot of people eat yogurts, the Greek yogurts, and you automatically think, or people ask, hey, can I get the one with berries in it? Can I get the one with this in it? Again, turn it around and read the ingredients and make sure that it's good and that they're whole foods, okay? Whole foods such as strawberries, blueberries. If you like peanuts, they always say peanuts, any sort of nuts are healthy for you. Well, get the ones that don't have anything on them. Key, nothing on them at all. No salt, no nothing. Get them plain, and then they're healthy whole foods for you. Let's see, coconut milk, you know, here's another one. Everybody thinks that because you see that it says coconut milk is healthy, right? No, not always. It's always best to get the unsweetened coconut milk. You don't want to overdo it either. You know, just because you're getting some of these things such as coconut milk or almond butter or things that read okay in the label, you still have to pay attention to how much you're consuming, how big your portions are. You don't want to overdo it because then you're going to put yourself in another bind, and that is not what this is all about. So be sure to pay attention to your portions and what you should be eating daily, and don't overdo those good foods either, because there's only a certain amount of foods that you should be putting in your food daily, and you don't want to do too much because your body feeds off all of those nutrients that are brought into your body. So you want to have a little bit of everything to keep your body functioning and doing what it's supposed to in a healthy way. Like we talked about, packaging can be misleading, right? We talked about the less fat, 100% whole grain. Just be sure to be reading the back label, the ingredients, and making sure that everything is whole and healthy, less than 5 ingredients, and then you know that you're doing good. Now, I can tell you, before I started all this, you know, I had a daughter. She was young. They're still ringing the bell, I know. But anyway, she was young, and she ate mashed potatoes, macaroni and cheese. You know, we had the chips, we had the candy, we had all of that stuff in the house. Now, did I get rid of it all right away? No, because I still wanted her to be a child. So I still made those things for her. But over time, I started noticing that I would still bring these things in the house, or I would still make these things, and I noticed that she wasn't eating as much. And then it got down to she was not eating them at all. And I finally said, Delaney, I said, why are you not eating these anymore? She says, I don't want them. I said, so you don't want me to make them anymore? She says, no, I don't want to eat them. So slowly over time, instead of me taking it all away because she was a child, she was a kid, and they like those things, and I want them to enjoy life too, she learned by what we were doing in the house, and she slowly made those changes on her own. So if your family is not on board with you right away, don't worry about it. Don't stress over it. Bring it in little by little. And once they see what you're doing, and once they see how happy you are and the results that you're getting, your family does join in. Not only have I seen this with myself, but I have seen this in my challenge groups over and over and over again. And it's crazy. It's awesome. And now I watch my daughter talking to her friends about the healthier versions and what we eat and why you should be eating it and how you should be eating several times a day. And I didn't teach her that. I did teach her that, but I didn't talk to her about that. She just followed in our footsteps and did what we did every single day. And she listened and she learned. And now look at where she is today. She's healthier. She's eating healthier. And it's not because I forced it on her at all. So the one thing I can tell you to do, at the start of this week, is just go through your cabinets, go through your pantries, see what you have in your house, and start reading the back of those labels and reading what the ingredients are and seeing what it is that you are putting into your body, and make that change. And I'm going to tell you, you are going to feel so much better. You're going to feel so much more energized because of what you're putting in your body, and you're not putting those processed foods in you. Try this. Do this for a week, and then all of a sudden, eat something processed. Eat something that is just not good for you. See how you feel. See how your energy level just drops, because it does. Feel your belly and your stomach blowed up because of the processed foods that you have ate. Recognize those differences, and that's what helps you to stay on track when you start to recognize this. Now remember, all of this change does not happen overnight. It does not happen in an instant. Results don't happen immediately, okay? Results happen over time when you consistently do things over and over and over again. So just keep that in the back of your mind. This is just a start. This is helping you see that you can do this and how to do this. And these little things that you will get all week are going to show you what you can do, how to make it easier for you. Just take it all in, take notes, print stuff off if you need to. This is just a start for you, and again, to show you that you can do it, because I have done it. I have watched several people do it. This is what we teach in my motivational support groups, and if you're interested in any of that, you can let me know. But just turn the labels around and read what's in the ingredients. I know, it's funny, crazy, right? So anyway, just wanted to jump on real quick and let you know all of that. I hope that you all got a lot out of that. If you have any questions about that, or if you have any questions at all at any time, please let me know. Thank you. See y'all.